All right, good morning. Today is Friday, September 18th. And for today's live session, the focus of our live session today was talking about the U.S. Constitution. So we started the live session with talking about what we know or think we know about the U.S. Constitution. So you can start to think about that in your own mind. What do you know? What do you think you know? Constitution Day actually happened yesterday. And Constitution Day is a day set aside by the federal government to observe the adoption of the U.S. Constitution. It's typically observed on September 17th because the Constitution was formally signed on September 17th of 1787. So Constitution Day was yesterday. I decided to observe it today in your social studies class because we had our live session today. The Constitution, when you were thinking about that first question, if you thought that it was a lawmaking document or anything about the Bill of Rights or things like that, you were correct. And the Constitution is important because it is the lawmaking document for the United States. It's the supreme law of the land. It's what sets guidelines for our government. So if you think about what you're learning in social studies this week with the democracy, the Constitution is what creates our limited government. The United States Constitution outlines the rules of America's democracy. It outlines the rules the U.S. government must follow. It creates three branches of government that can check and balance each other so that one person or one group doesn't have too much power. The Constitution creates a system called federalism, and that's where you have shared powers. The main federal government of the whole country has powers, but the states have a lot of powers too. And then even your local governments have specific powers. And it outlines specific rights that are guaranteed to citizens, including freedom of religion, freedom of speech, right to due process, and all of those important freedoms that we are accustomed to. In class, we watched a 3-minute video on the making of the Constitution, which I will have posted in the Google Classroom for you. And then we really focused a lot of our discussion today on the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution that guarantee rights and freedoms. I will have documents uploaded in the Google Classroom that outline the Bill of Rights. But some facts that we talked about, the original Constitution didn't have a Bill of Rights. It wasn't until James Madison drafted the bill in 1787, and then it was adopted by the states in 1791, that they became a formal part of our Constitution. So the Bill of Rights was really created because the founding leaders of our country, they were afraid that the government would have too much power, and they wanted to get away from that. You'll learn more about that in 8th grade social studies. But the founding fathers, right, the early Americans, they had come from a pretty restrictive government in Great Britain, and they wanted to be certain that that wouldn't happen here. We also watched the 3-minute guide to the Bill of Rights, which I'll have posted in your Google Classroom. And then we talked about them. The Bill of Rights are laid out right here. But like I said, I will have some other files just posted for you to look at. For example, this one has just a shortened Bill of Rights, and I can't get it to move right now, but that's okay. So from there in our live session, we started to talk more about the Bill of Rights, and we looked at different court cases to determine if people's freedoms were protected or not by that First Amendment freedom of speech. For the students who couldn't make it, though, what I'm going to have posted for you is this website. It's a teacher-made website. It is super informative, and it has a ton of background on the Constitution, the history behind the Constitution, the framers, the preamble, what the Articles of Confederation were prior to the Constitution. There's some games that you can play that are linked. So I'm going to have this posted for you, and that has all the videos that you're going to want to watch in it. So if you were unable to make it to the live session, that's what I want you to do today. Look through the website, read through the information, watch the videos, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, take care and have a good weekend.